You know what one of the most common occurrences here at the VMF is? Waking up in the morning, having a score of banditos just hanging out, playing in your yard. They especially like this hammock. How's the hammock? Huh? They just hang out, jump on the roof, make loud banging sounds. They love to just forage around. It's not so bad. In fact, I'd say it's kind of the best. So I don't know who this juvenile is in the front. Oh, I think it's Greg, actually. Yeah, I think this guy in the front right here who's sniffing Beyonce is named Greg, and then the woman behind him is Beyonce. You can tell Beyonce because she's got this big tag of skin hanging on her right ear. You see that? It hangs down, and she's also got like a V cut out of her left ear. This right here, this is Antoine. Handsome devil. You can tell Antoine because he's got like a little bit of pink around his eyes, some dots on his eyes, but then he's also got this tuft of hair that sticks up on his tail. So that's a pretty easy way to recognize him. These guys are just going crazy on the grubs back here. Mr. Twan. This is basically turning into an episode of Bandit Diaries. And yeah, I'm super close to them right now, but I'm not going to touch them, and this is not something that's very common with most people that come here, volunteers and stuff. I've just spent so much time with these guys at this point that they don't really mind me. They're used to me sitting around and filming them, so it's all right. Hanging out with the banditos. Gonna head down, see those mangoes. Oh look, it's an Ed in a cage. What could he possibly be doing in here?
Clearing up a mess I made yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What, were you building stuff in here?
Yeah, just cementing around the bottom. So,
Oh, nice.
So nobody could get out.
No jailbreaks, no hole digging?
Not that I can see.
Nice.
I'm sure they'll find a way out somehow.
So you're not being integrated into a troop then?
Unfortunately not.
Damn.
I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Wow, you hear that? That's an alarm call and a half. Oh, check it out. See it in the distance? That buck running through. I don't know if you guys caught that, but that's why they were all freaking out just now. See everybody up in that tree? You hear them all? We're gonna go see Torie down at the Semangos. She's running that integration. It's been going better. Charlie and Mango are getting along more. Obviously, they have quite different personalities. Mango's young and quite rambunctious, where Charlie's just not interested anymore whatsoever. Oh look, it's a Torie. I thought you were down at the Semangos.
I was looking for the diaphragm that's making everyone unhappy.
It went that way.
And then it went that way.
Nice.
Except for
Wait, you're trying to catch it?
No, just to make sure it's not going to jump in an enclosure like a caracal did.
That'd be exciting. How's it going with these? Have they been having any more fun with each other's lives?
A little. Here we go, Charlie's in Mango's bedroom.
Why is his back left foot stupid?
His leg was broken at one point and set badly. So it's all like calcified strangely.
Did Dr. Mango set it for him?
I mean, he'd probably do a better job.
I'd like to see Mango in like scrubs. Mango walks into your emergency room. Hi, I'm Mango, I'm your doctor for the day.
I'd be like, no Mango, a scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me.
Promise that this integration's been going better than it looks right now. I've seen it. It's true. What was it, yesterday? Day before yesterday, Saturday? Mango's doing flips and stuff. Hi.
Hello. George.
cage, please.
Not gonna lie, I have already tried that. It's difficult, he's long.
They're talking about special things right now. They're gonna like put tunnels between the two
Well, that's what I need.
enclosures so that like monkeys can like go between the enclosures and it'll be really exciting.
To get there to clean. The other problem is what kind of door system do we do? Because either I've got to have a lift one in the middle,
That's probably the easiest.
yeah,
Like Prince and Princess
so then the
style.
monkeys can reach each other from both sides of the cage because they'll meet each other in the middle. So if you've got one in here and one in there, then they can fight each other in the middle.
They won't fight, and monkeys notoriously love each other.
Yeah. So that's the other thing to do. If I put the doors one on each side, it means if you want to do, you've got to go in and open the door. So those are my dilemmas. The one thing is how the hell are you going to clean underneath? The other thing is what kind of door system would they like that they think is practical? So there we go. We'll leave that with everyone to think about. And you've got to actually go in between here to try and clean now, and you've still got to climb over something. So we might have to have certain measurements for our...
Sickbay style. Well, we're still
style.
looking for
Yeah, just hire gymnasts.
We'll just write a letter to Russia and China and say, have you got any small gymnasts left over?
Yeah, Olympians that never made it to the Olympics.
We will take.
Perfect. Problem solving.
Go team.
High five. So this is Tesha. So Tesha's that little girl that was in one of these crush cages right here, one of these guys. But it was vertical in this cage. And then we moved her over to this one because she needed more room to run around. Is what? What are you saying, Dave? You're causing mischief.
So this one looks the same as that one.
And that one looks the same as this one. That's the crazy part.
They spin you around a lot. You won't know which one you're looking at.
That's true. That's why we put numbers on them.
And the R stands for?
Really special.
This is Tesha's thing. She got arnica 30 on raisin 1550, and she got her milk remade and arnica 30 on raisin again, and number 1, which is a medication plus PM plate. She had solid stool. That means she pooped real good.
She pooped real good. Would you say Tesha's pretty happy in her new cage?
Yeah. She's got sass.
And she's climbing really well. It's pretty incredible. She's
If
like,
it wasn't for vasectomies, we could get her outside by now.
and she's gonna go over to sickbay?
Oh man, it's a big juggle of monkeys, but eventually she's going to be in.
Right, so, okay. This is confusing.
Baramy is currently inhabiting this baby intro cage at sickbay.
Right. That's Barmare's enclosure.
So the idea was to get him to James' troop,
Right.
and then her to that intro cage.
Her being Tesha,
Tesha,
to
where
Baramir's
Baramir's
current
living right now.
intro cage.
But then, at the 11th hour, Megan pointed out that there's a monkey in James' troop who needs to be vasectomized in the next couple of weeks.
His name's Dudley.
His name's Dudley, and we only have one intro cage at James. And Dudley and Baramy can't occupy the same space because one is a juvenile male and the other is an adult male, and we don't like chances of
Not
that
good.
ending out well.
Wait, break this down, making some more sense. So Dudley needs to go into the intro cage that's connected to James' troop, which is where Eliza once was, and Eliza was there to be integrated into James' troop, but in order to integrate Eliza from that intro cage, Baramir had to be moved out of that intro cage where he was being integrated into James' troop, and he's been moved over to sickbay troop for safekeeping.
Yes.
So then he was going to be moved back to James' troop to
And
be
we had
integrated.
To put him in the baby cage at sickbay troop because Sangoma was unwell at the time and was in the normal integration cage at sickbay troop. So then we used up all our baby space, and then a baby turned up.
And then a baby turned up, so then Baramir's in there, but then now we have to get Dudley out of the James troop into the enclosure so that he can be vasectomized because he's, what, 2.5, 3 years old?
yeah.
He's 3 years old, which is older than he should be to be vasectomized. And then that means that we have to wait for him to be done, and then we can take Baramir over there, and then Baramir can
But
start his integrations.
We only have to wait for him to be in the crush cage and in this building here. And as soon as he's in here, then Baramir can move because Dudley knows the troop. So when we put Dudley back, we don't have to put him in the intro cage. We can take the whole crush cage and put it inside James' troop and let him out of the crush cage in the troop.
Perfect. And then once that happens, we can then start the integrations there, and then Tesha can move over to the intro cage at sickbay, and then she can start meeting the troop.
Yes. I think that's 0.1 monkey, 0.0 Rona.
She's getting strong, oh my lord. 3, 1, 2, 3.
7. Watch your feet.
I think I stood and put it on. Oh yeah, no. monkey who I don't understand.
Is it a seed pod?
Look at how she's holding on to the bowl right now.
She has no idea what's going on. Why isn't this working?
Uh-oh. Hang on, monkey.
Oh, sweetheart.
The fact that it rests on this, does that make it better?
No, it makes it worse. We need to go that way. I don't know why I just dude, like you were a monkey. I apologize. This is probably going to take a long time.
Why don't I put this?
I don't know, monkey.
Oh, this one?
I really don't know.
That's a good girl. Okay, stop. Let her.
Right.
It is only one big bite.
You never think about how complicated it is to move a blind monkey from one enclosure to another enclosure.
Do you know what we discovered the hard way is really hard to do?
What?
Separate the blind monkeys, because you don't know the slide is open and you have to just wait until one opportunistically walks through before you can shut the door on them.
Come on. Hold my hand. Come on.
Stop. Verona, stop.
So that's her theme song.
She feels comfortable feeling the
10 minutes later. Rome wasn't built in a day.
You need to get out more. You really are. I think she's had enough guiding for the next 10 minutes.
She needs a name.
She's blind. She's cute.
She likes getting scratched.
She likes getting scratched.
Blind, cute, scratches, and then a lady. See, this is why we don't name monkeys and you guys name monkeys. So if you want to name a monkey, it's 1,000 Rand, and you can name this darling right here. Sounds good to me. Sound good to you?
Sounds good to all of us.
Boom. Monkey, what's your name gonna be? So we're heading over to see the blind monkeys right now. Shanti Ray and JB were both shot by pellet guns, and so they lost their sight that way. And then Cuddy was this little monkey who was hit by a car back in like 2015, and she suffered pretty severe brain damage, and so she walks really funny, like she always walks to the side, and she has a lot of issues going on with her. Hi, Cuddles. So she's a little sweetheart. Hi, Cuddy. She's kind of nervous. But you can see how she tilts her head and like the way she holds herself. She's just not all with it. So this is our little group of special monkeys, but they love each other. They've got one of the few cement enclosures because it needs to be cleaned quite often and they need to be taken care of. Cuddy spent her time in and out of sickbay before because she gets sick and stuff. You know, it's kind of like dealing with a kid who just is prone to more illnesses and, you know, special needs. So this is JB. You can see his missing eye. Hey, bud. See his eye? So his right eye is like white, it's completely blind, and his left eye was removed. And that's because there was pellets from a pellet gun from kids shooting him. The pellets were lodged in his head and his eyes. He's got a pretty good gash on his lip, probably from fighting. And then Shanti Ray is up in that corner over there. Monkeys, monkeys, monkeys everywhere. This is Logan right here. He's a cute little dude. He's got a little weepy eye. He's always had that weepy eye. But he's a handsome booger. Yeah, I want to poke you in the face because you're cute, but I won't do it. Logan. Hey, yeah, that's right. Tell her off. No, don't look at me like that. I didn't do anything. She just pushed her face out. BeeBee and Titan have been doing pretty great together. Here's Miss Beebs. Hi, lady. Chomp. Yep. No, you can't have it. And then Titan's over here. Titan's been loving on BeeBee like crazy. BeeBee's been loving on Titan. They groom each other, they hang out, you know, it's been going really good. So they're separated up right now because they're probably getting their rice plates, but that's all over. So now I'm gonna open it up and let them both hang out with each other, which it looks like BeeBee really wants to do. She's just sitting here right by the door. We'll lift that up. Let her in. She ran straight across. Happy to see her bud. You hear their happy chattering sounds. That's just the sound they make when they're pleased with something that's going on. But it's actually been a really good integration. They're getting along really well. It's pretty much the best thing you can hope for, you know? Like, two older monkeys like this can really be set in their ways and really not want anything to do with each other. So when you find that a male and a female are willing to set their differences aside and hang out and share an enclosure, it's pretty great. I mean, it gives them friends. It makes our lives a little bit easier taking care of them. And it's just good overall for everyone's sanity.